My name's Harriet Rankin. I'm with the Feral Cat Assistance Program here in Houston. Our parent organization is Citizens for Animal Protection over on Katy Freeway, Houston's foremost animal shelter. My group's purpose is to reduce the population of feral cats in the greater Houston area. We do so by trapping the cats humanely in a box, have them spayed, have them vaccinated, and then we return them to where they came with a designated caretaker. And they're cared for the rest of their lives that way without having any more kittens. And we've had markedly good results. There's been a drastic reduction of the feral cat population since we began. The technique we use is called TNR, Trap, Neuter, Return. And we started that in 02 or 03, as I recall. We have several years worth of statistics from our caretakers proving that feral cat numbers do indeed decrease using this technique. And our sister organization, Alley Cat Allies in Maryland, has decades of research indicating the exact same thing. TNR really does work. It's the only thing that works. One of the many obstacles we have to overcome in this endeavor with the Trap, Neuter, Return is the feral cats have a reputation, an entirely undeserved reputation, for being in some way a danger to the community or to other animals, things like that. And I'm here to tell you it's all mythology. There's a couple of big myths. The first big myth is that they spread disease. And that's completely a managed colony such as we have. That just doesn't happen because when we neuter them, they get their rabies shot, which is the rabies is the big issue in Texas. And the caretakers who manage the colony monitor them. If they see one that's acting off in some way, they'll retrap them, get them back to the vet, and find out what's going on. And other folks say, well, what if it bites someone? Well, the thing is, they're feral cats. They won't get near you. You can't get near them. There's a reason we use traps, because that's the only way to get hold of them. So the risk of a bite is virtually nil, and there's no risk of any sort of disease if such a thing should happen. Another big one is that they kill birds, but that too has been disproven over the years. A managed colony such as ours, the cats pretty much limit themselves to ground-dwelling animals like themselves, such as mice, rats, voles, things like that. Birds are hard to catch. They are not easy to catch at all. Even the Audubon Society has admitted, it was in, I believe, their 2001 annual report. They said that the main reason for bird population decline is human intervention, not cats. Mostly habitat destruction, which we get a lot of around here. This is one of our kittens here at the kitten room in the shelter. His name is Nimbus, and he's about 3 months old. He's one of the lucky ones. He's here because somebody didn't spay their cat, and hopefully we'll find him a good home, get him somewhere safe. But the important thing to do is spay him so this doesn't happen and put us out of business. Come here, kid. You talked to me this morning. Come here. One of the most prevalent myths is that if you take it to a shelter, it'll get a good home. And we try. Our shelter is the best in the business. We have 3 times the adoption rate of any other place. But ultimately, it doesn't always happen. So what we have to do is spread the word, spay your pet. Don't bring more of them into the world until we've found homes for the ones we've got. They're cute, they're adorable, we love them, but there's too many, and some of these boys are not going to make it out of here. To spay them, fix them, don't let this happen. There are 100 rescues in the greater Houston-Galveston area, ranging from big places like CAP, the Humane Society, SPCA, down to individuals who take them in a few at a time and adopt them out. Every one of them fights every day to save all they can, rescue all they can, but ultimately, at the end of the day, it's not enough. A lot of them just don't make it. They're the ones that are too old or maybe have an issue or two wind up euthanized. Well, we use term, we soften it with terms like euthanized, put to sleep. They're killed. They are dead, D-E-A-D. And that's because someone didn't want them, didn't care enough to get their pet fixed, and it's an ongoing problem. Every puppy or kitten that's born means another shelter puppy or kitten dies. It's a one-to-one, pity it is, just a correspondence to that effect. So the thing to do to put a stop to that, to put a stop to the human cost. Think of the people who have to deal with this. We work with an animal, we pour blood, sweat, and tears into it, and eventually it runs out of time, and that's it. So we have the solution right here in our hands. It's spay, neuter. It's easy, it's not a complicated operation, it's not expensive, there's assistance available all over town. It works, and it benefits the pets, it benefits you, and it benefits the shelter workers. That's a win-win-win-win-win. So fix them.
In the 1990s, me and my roommate were living together in the Montrose, and she happened to be walking home one day, and she happened to pass by a garbage can, and she thought she heard a noise. She walked a few feet and then walked back because she could hear the garbage truck coming, and she went and opened up the garbage can, and inside were 2 kittens. Well, she brought them home, and I was furious. I was absolutely 100% furious because I was allergic to cats. But they were little, I guess their mommy wasn't around, and she had 3 dogs, and we lived in a 1-bedroom little house. I said, okay, but as soon as they're old enough, they're out of there. 10 years later, I had kept the black one of the cats. It was the day Magic Johnson announced that he had AIDS. And so I just looked at the black cat and said, your name is Magic Johnson. And even though it was a girl, called him Magic Johnson. And I would wash Magic Johnson and keep Magic Johnson all nice and clean, and my allergies gradually disappeared. And one of the first things I did when Magic Johnson was old enough was got him fixed. That was the most important thing, getting your animal fixed, because I would hate to think that anybody to put a live animal inside of a garbage can. If she had not gone back there, my life would not have been as enriched as it has been.
Hi, my name is Guru Khalsa, and this is Lily. Lily's about a year old, and I got her spayed when she was 5 months. I think it's important to get your dogs spayed and neutered because all the overpopulation that happens as a result from not. And with that said, all the overpopulation that's going on leads to hundreds and thousands and millions of deaths all over America. I think that I wanted to get her spayed in particular because I didn't want to deal with her getting pregnant, which it's really easy for them to get pregnant if they're not. And then dealing with all her puppies, yeah, that would be really cute and fun, but finding them the right owners and making sure that they get into good hands would be important to me, and it's not as easy as it sounds. So, yeah, that's the main reason.